俺はルフィ、海賊王になる男だ。
It's a great day here at KEKFILA's YouTube channel. I'm your host, the KEKFILA, and today I have the 9th round, and it's kind of a different setup. I'm gonna edit this a little bit so you guys can look at it. It may look really strange on screen when you see it, but just trust me, the opponent's pretty legitimate. I end up facing a Zoro around 9, and we just kind of jump in from here. I first want to say thank you guys for making sure you guys like and subscribing to my videos. I'm almost at 800 subs, so everything's been pretty hype, and we'll just jump into the game. He plays a buggy. He gets a guard point, and then I just go to my turn and I just pass turn. He actually first swings 6 at me with this buggy, and then 6 at me with the leader. I give him a 2k, and I also take 1. Pretty good for me. I attack with my queen as buggy with ranged. Then I pay 4 for the blocker, which is good. So he gave me something to attack with, and I'm liking now that I know that I can just choose not to attack my opponent. So yeah, with that as well, I again give him a 2k counter where he swings at me for 6. Actually, swing with me for 5 for some reason, but I just guarded out. He does whiff with the buggy, and he does play the Jozu, so he's already getting bodies out here. Jozu's a very odd target to put out, but in this matchup, you need to get out anything that you can. So I do play down a pound to actually start with, and again, I don't want to ever do anything with my opponent. I have nothing else to do other than to play out the pound, so I play pound, and I just end my turn, right? Yeah, so he gets a Fire Fist to start out this turn with a buggy, and then he just pays 4 to get rid of the other blocker, and then he does swing, 6 to me. I actually put the buggy on the bottom of his life. He swings 6 at me again, and I do give him a Gum Gum Rain, discarding a Katakuri. So I've been discarding a lot of cards here just to keep up with this guy, and then he does swing 5 at me with the Jozu, and then he just passes turn. And with that, again, I just need to go for clearing board. Really hard. I go 5 at the buggy. His hand's actually kind of big for that. And so I play 8-cost Katakuri. I put the Jozu in the bottom of his life. My opponent's at 7 life, guys. 7 life. This is a normal way to live. He swings 7 at me to begin with. I take it. It's fortunately it's a Sanji, and I discard a card in order to get that out of there. And then he does play the Dadan. That does play an Izo. The Izo is being played as well. With that Izo, he's going to find a Fire Fist. And does he have, how many more searches does he have? He plays the blocker, Marco. Pretty good card. Honestly, it's going to be an offensive card because he's not going to be below 2 life for a long time. So with that, I am looking through here. I do have 10 Dawn available. I have 3 cards in hand, so I have options. I do get the option I want. I bottom deck that Marco, and then I do attach 1 to my leader. I do swing 6 at his leader. I do gain a life, and I don't want to attack him more than necessary. I had to attack him in this scenario. I do tell him again I have 2 life, 1 active blocker, 3 cards in hand. And he goes to his 10 Dawn turn. He does Fire Fist the one guy, and there's a small mistake here. I'm gonna get another blocker out of life, but I probably would have blocked the first attack regardless. So he does swing 5 at my leader, and I decide to. He already put a Dawn under the Dan. That'd have been really awesome if it was like a trigger card. I do get the Boa Hancock. And then he does swing 7 at me, and I decide to block that as well. I don't want more than 2 blockers on the field. He does pass turn. I just instantly draw, play the Yamato, KO the Dadan, 6 at that. I gain a life, and I choose to pass turn. Again, I need to just wait it out. Am I thinking about attacking him? Oh no, I do attack him. Wow, that's kind of cringe. Wow, he actually guards out of one of these. Okay, he guards out of 1, and then I do the Mihawk, so okay, got it. So he actually is guarding out, funny enough, too. But, just interesting, right? This is I do eventually have to kill him, right? But I know that I can be a little more patient, so I do give him a 1k counter. When he does swing that at me, he does start just playing his board. He plays a Gordon, a Marco, and a Vista in the reverse order. And then, you know, I go to my turn. I have 2 cards in hand. I just start attacking him. You know, I'm going to get him. It now is a race to me for some reason. It's not a advantage game. I guess I've given up on that when I had to attack his leader. So I do play a 3-drop blocker here. My opponent only has 1 Dawn active. And when I play this 3-drop blocker, I look at, you know, top 5 cards in my deck and I put it in a particular order here. And with that, I do swing 6 at his leader, and I do choose to draw a card here, actually. I choose to draw a card. And I'll pause for a second. You can choose to gain a life, or you can choose to draw a card. If you're more interested in guarding your board, you actually want to draw cards if your life is not at stake. Okay? If your life's not at stake, don't worry about it. So with that as well, I'm thinking if I want to play this card, and I just decide to red rock the Marco. That's so funny, dude. It looks like I stacked my deck to red rock the Marco. I guess that was offensive actually too. So I don't know why I'm talking about. It was more defensive just to remove a card. So he does play the buggy to begin with here. With that buggy search, he does find a guard point, a chopper guard point. Okay. With that, he does, you know, he does fire fist my blocker, and I'm like, yeah, did you want to choose my Katakuri to also choose? And he's like, I'll let you decide. I'm like, okay, it doesn't die then. You didn't do it then. But now he chooses to do it. It was honestly, it's kind of a mistake. I let it die regardless, right? Usually I let people take that back and they can do that, but he left it open to me, and this time I said no. So I feel kind of weird about it, to be honest, but I'm not sure. I mean, it would have been 1 more attack impactful. He is at straight up 1 life, so I know he has a guard point, so I have to get through 2 life with him doing that guard point. I decide to go 9k at the leader. He does give me a 4k to 1k. Okay, got it. And then he has 3 cards in hand. And I go, okay, yeah, he can't guard out of 12 and 12. Fly straight, but I need this guy to lose. I put this guy earlier on my tiebreakers. That's so funny. The guy who gets 2nd place is telling me to lose. That's so good. I'm playing a Yamato. Again, it's not necessary that I do this, but I just KO the buggy. And then I do swing 6k at the Vista. And then I choose to I do swing 9 at him so he can grab that Jozu out of life. It's not a big deal to me. So he then just goes to his turn here. He looks at top 5 for the Ezo, and it looks like he just scoops it up. So, you know, when you're at 3 life and these things go through, I could keep the game going forever, but it's not the point. It's just I need a guaranteed win. So that was actually all 9 rounds, guys. All 9 rounds of these games. I kind of powered through the last few of these. I think you got 2 in 1 day, and very soon you will have the rest of them, which is a total of 9 more games where I play on October 28th for Core TCG, playing Queen again. I'll make sure to have those going every day. And reminder, I will be in Texas at Fort Worth and in Pasadena. Make sure you guys please like the video if you're liking the videos. Make sure you subscribe if you haven't already. And I will see you all in the next video. Ciao.